Hey, Mr. Britchick, how you doing? I seem to be lacking sound. That's because my headphones turned off. That's better. Okay. Let's see what we can get done. Oh, and the old team shout out for this time of night. Hey, Wardstone got it. Excellent. Okay. Now, what have we got? And one of the bugs we've got at the moment is that number 8 movement is not working correctly. They just keep jumping off the edge of the screen, which is not what we want. It's not what we want at all. Oh, apparently I need to turn the number keys off. Sheep movement is fine. Uh-oh. Phew. You never want to paint yourself into a corner. Ah. Well, that is fine. But it's these guys that are not moving correctly. So they get all the way to the bottom the way they should. And they start to chase you. Oh, that one's going to work, I think. We got ads floating through in a sec. But I think some of them will get to the bottom and then they'll just kind of fall off, which is not what we want. Yeah. So it's like the ones that spawn second, maybe? Let's see what happens if we're close to it. Nah, just keeps falling off. So the first one that spawns is okay. But the second one is not. Oh, now he's chasing me. Interesting. So some of the time they'll fall and some of the time they won't. Whoops. And this is just a movement one. Okay. Oh, I added another one. I forgot about that. With spawns. Oh, we got ads. I didn't actually mean to close that. Need to close this one. So let's look at the number 8 movement code, because clearly there's something going wrong there. Seems to me. Seems to me there's something a little bit wrong. Now, in the movement function, we do some A star pathing. Using find paths. So I think we're probably going to need some debug here. But it only does move. It uses that move direction shit, which we should really get rid of because it doesn't really matter which move direction. The only thing that affects is, well, I suppose it does matter because it affects what animation indices you use. It affects which direction the sprite is facing. Okay. So I think I need an else block there just to detect if I'm just wondering if it's, first of all, if it's not matching the state. Info. No valid path to player. Otherwise, info valid path to player with first move direction. I figured out how to fix problems with channels. You just add more channels. I so feel you on that one. I had exactly the same feeling. Sometimes you end up with like 3 or 4 and it's like, where did they all come from? Like, why do I need so many? I completely get you there. It's quite tricky. Move direction. Okay, that should be enough to tell us, because what I suspect is happening is we're making it through to this block here. And I wonder if it's because the uncoiled state isn't correct. Yeah, that could be it, eh? Info. Not in uncoiled state using downwards movement. Okay, let's see if we can get some debug output happening here. Maybe I should move that level to be first. Don't. It's very easy to accidentally move too far. Maybe I should introduce some kind of tolerance for that. For now, my game can be controlled by channel points. Custom rewards. Nice. It was fun to implement. Passing text and game logic refactor left. Very cool. Very, very cool. Okay, so it's not in an uncoiled state. That's good. Okay, so that's good. And then it falls off, which is supposed to happen. Yeah. Ah, now there. Valid path to player with first move direction some southeast. Okay, so it thinks that it can get to me by going southeast, and that's the problem. Okay, so it finds a path, but the direction is wrong. Yeah, one of the things I want to do with this is have a high score board where if someone sets a new high score, it announces it in the channel, which would be kind of fun. Okay, well that gives us some good information then. So why can it elect to move southeast to get to me? That must mean that find paths is wrong. Oh, and I bet I know why. Because we have that thing that allows it to calculate moves onto squares that don't contain tiles so that it can jump off at the end of when you dodge it with the little spinner things. So if I look at pathfinding, why can I not find pathfinding? Well, let's look at the output here. Valid path to player. Ah, here we go. Oh no. Yeah, this one. The final argument true means that allow empty tiles. Yeah. So that's wrong. That's why they're falling off. But then if I don't do that, how will it fall off when it's supposed to? That one, I reckon. Okay, so let's try that again. Security, my game account access token by Jason. Yeah. Depends on where that's exposed, I suppose. Might not be the best. Get through these. Now, let's see what happens. Ah, I've also got to fix that hit detection. Okay, so now it's pathing towards me. And I dodge it. It should jump off, and it does. So now we wait for another one. It should jump up towards me. And it does. And it jumps off. Nice. All right, now we seem to be onto a winner. got to go all the way around. Ah! Go away. Go away. Ah! Damn it. No, no, no. I just lost my own game. I need to get better. Get good. Hey, wait. Why did that... Oh, it doesn't reset if you lose. That's bad. Okay, we should fix that. Okay, so on exit menu, I think is what we want there. Click button, or even on enter menu, setup. Where are the stats? Stats lives, player lives, stats score equals 0, and stats, I think it's level, equals 0. What else is in stats? I think that's all. Level, lives, and score. Yep, okay. So that should fix that bug. Let's just prove it by running and going to the second level. And if we die on the second level, it should go back to the first level. That's the first one. No, come back. Oh. Okay, so it should go back to level 1. And it does. All right, nice. So that's another bug fixed. We may as well submit those. Fix number 8, movement bug, and level reset bug. Nice. All right. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, the thing where it should only calculate collision detection after the move, not before it. So I think the only way to guarantee that is not to change the tile pos until you've finished moving, I guess. So how can we do that? I think there's a post-move function in player. And we don't change... Tile pause. Texture indices. Right, we changed the tile pause. Oh, I see. We changed the tile pause early. Because otherwise we don't know where we're gonna... which one to change the texture of. Tricky. I guess I could have like old and new positions and only transition to the new position. A little bit fiddly. Like a target, having a target pause. Because you can only have one tile pause for each player. But you could store it so that it only gets changed in this function, in the post move function. once the move timer has finished. Or maybe you should just say you're invulnerable until after you've moved. If that makes sense. I don't know if that does make sense. Maybe that would be one way of doing it. So when do we check in the sheep movement, for example, when do we check collision? Check for collision happens... Oh, on update. Okay. So all of the time, basically. That feels like a bad idea. Is there a post move for sheep? Well, sheep don't actually have an animation either. So they just teleport from square to square, which we should fix. Let's see. I could give them an animation and a post move. But even so, they would change telepause at the start of their move and not at the end. So all of the things in our game should really move in the same way with the same order of things. Like they should start their animation, they should land on the square and then run their telepause, their post move, which should change their telepause. They shouldn't collide with something on that square before they've actually arrived. So, how do I do that? I think just maybe even just while checking the move timers, maybe in the like we shouldn't we shouldn't collide with the player while their move timer is still running. That might be one way of doing it. Let's see how that behaves. So, and move timer, tile pause, player, move, timer. If sheep pause and player pause are the same, and player move timer finished. Yeah. Let's see if that looks sensible. Oh yeah, that kind of works. Oh yeah, you can actually, although that makes you invulnerable during the move, which is actually not good. But maybe that was the effect of the previous one as well. Like if it moves while you're still moving, it doesn't, yeah. I don't know. It's better than it was, that's for sure. Maybe we'll change it that way, and we'll look in number 8 because I think it's got a collision detection as well. Hey, Vibing Game Dev. Wait, what? Vibing Bread Monster Game Dev. Something's different. What's changed? Why are you now a bread monster? Oh, it's your oldest account. I had no idea. Oh, well, thank you so much for following. I appreciate it. Bread monster. There's got to be a story behind that. Okay, check for collisions. So yeah, we need to add move timer. Hello, little dog. Are you trying to get my attention because you would like a little snack? I love bread. I eat bread. Completely reasonable. Understand you entirely. Supporting everything that you're saying right there. Player move timer. That's why they call you a monster of bread. It's one of those perfect explanations that just makes sense. And player move timer is finished. Yeah, so the only downside to that, this has a downside, the downside of making the kiwi invulnerable during flight. Given that kiwis are flightless, perhaps this is appropriate? Question mark. Question mark, question mark. Okay, cool. So that should work. So we'll go with fix collision detection bug. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. Well, I shall follow your oldest account also, just in case. Just in case. All right. Did I commit that? I've just forgotten. Yes. Okay, cool. So we've got a couple of bugs fixed. I think I'll take those. I think I want to look at the UI for the main game. For the original. Hey, look, it's me. I'm live. Wow, that's loud. Sorry. Okay. So there's a couple of things going on. First of all, player one. It's kind of... I can't imagine having... I've never seen kiwibert played with two-player, actually. It might be kind of fun to have it there. And then the score, of course. I don't know if you get score when the sheep fall off the edge. That might be kind of interesting. But the change to thing we could actually implement in the round counter and level counter. I don't know that we're going to have rounds. I think we're just going to have individual levels. But the change to thing we can implement because we now have it all set up in the file. So we've got levels run, which has texture indices in it. So all we would have to do is say change to 2 and then draw the texture. And that would give us what, that little display. So We could totally implement that. So if we look at our current UI, which has got score in it, and this has got the base stuff in it. This was using Quill, right? Yeah, Quill, which is, I think, had a couple of updates, but we can look at that. So style builder, display flex, flex direction column, padding 3, node bundle, insert UI, and teardown. Okay. And then we've got next level, init, end level teardown, and menu teardown. Okay. And then the score mod does this. So we could add a new one, which can be changed to RS. Pub struct change to. I don't think we need stats. But we do need, I think we have a level info struct somewhere. I do believe we have a level info. We do. It's got spawn counts, spawn points, and texture indices. Perfect. So let's use, I think it'll be in map level. Actually, hang on. Let's just auto import it. But first of all, we need this to be in the UI crate. The UI mod, rather. Change to, can't spell, cannot spell to save my life. Okay, and pub mod change to. So where do I use score? Ah, there we go. Children score. Change to. All right, that does seem to be doing the trick. And then all it does is, yeah, add the score. But what we could do instead is go hang on. Just start with that and see what we get. Unused variable CX, sure. I will need it, I just don't need it right now. Okay, so will that build? Or have I missed something? Oh, we got ads. Oh, it does build. Nice. Change to. Very cool. Right. And then we need the image. How do I put an image in there? Let's look up the Quill documentation. Dynamic, editors, overlay, buttons, colors. What about complex? Images, anyone? Image plugin default nearest. Yeah, we know that. How do I put a sprite? Or even, yeah, maybe not image, maybe sprite is the right word. Somewhere in examples, please. No? No examples with images, really? Surely there must be. No examples with images. Buttons? Maybe if I... Shall I have a look at Quill specifically? Update it and see if the examples obviously have anything in them. So cargo, run, example, complex. That's the thing about bevy crates, especially those very new ones. You just got to look at the source. You just got to look and see. And you got to compile. Oh yeah, I should update to 14.1 now that it's out. Come on, you can do it, little chip. I believe in you. You can do it. Okay, well that's definitely a complex example, but I don't think it has any images in it. It's just got meshes, no sprites. What else we got? More of the same, really. What else we got? Anything with an image? Anything with a sprite? Whoa. Those are definitely some buttons. Overlay? Huh. I mean, very cool, but I suppose we could look an overlay and see if it loads anything in. We got image plugin, shape orientation, fill circle, fill triangle, fill quad, stroke polygon, stroke polygon. Yeah, that's not really helping me. Okay, so how would I show just an ordinary Bevy UI? Bevy UI sprite. Using Sprite Atlas with the UI. Oh, that's 2020. 4 years ago is probably not helpful. Button that uses sprite sheet. Oh, sorry about the splash. No. God damn it. Give me dark mode. How do I use a sprite in a UI node? tools from the last year. We're going to do a UI to a texture. Accessing a sprite. Bevy sprites. All right, big green robot. Bevy UI node using sprite. Use a node bundle and add the sprite using an image bundle. Its latest known version of Bevy is 11, which is improving. It used to be 0.5. You can use a node bundle, add a material with the texture handle. Okay, so given that, I'm pretty sure children, yeah, this is a node bundle or an element node bundle. Can I just add an ordinary node bundle into one of these? Or will it not let me? And will CX allow me to load something from Bevy Asset Loader? It gives me world, owner, and tracking. Maybe Quill was the wrong call. Maybe. I mean, it's so new. They're still kind of working out how it's going to work. Let's go back to Quill's documentation. It's really interesting. I just don't know if it's ready for prime time. World Entity Inspector, View Reference, Alternate Designs. Handle image. CX use resource. Is it CX use resource? There's no example for it. There are froms. I mean, is it as simple as that? Let foo equals CX use resource. And then their example is textures, texture assets, which is what I'm already doing in other areas. So That might need an import. And then icon. Oh, icon. Yeah, except it's in a texture atlas, and that's the slightly tricky part. But let's see if we can. Icon new. Yeah. Texture assets. What is it even called? It is called tiles. It's called tiles. Unclosed, you say? No function for new, for when in an icon. This might be the wrong icon. Are there others? Icon. When in it. Bevy render texture. Hey, back to Bevy. Yep. How you doing? I know Mondays are very corporate almost. I do like mobile development. Where is that from? It's not the window in that, right? Is it? Which icon are they referring to? Add ability to build icon and friends. So this must be, I think this must be from this repo, right? Controls icon, yeah. Cannot find function icon. It's possible I haven't got the right version. I may need to update. What have I installed a version, or have I installed it from a branch? Quill. Oh, I haven't installed it at all. Why did I do that? What? Oh, Bevy Quill, I see. Do I see? What is going on there? Did they release it and so I switched to a released version? I think that must have been what happened. So, releases. Hey, we got 1.3. I'll take it. Let's go with that and see if we have more success. Interesting. No, it's not the one from Window. It just isn't. So stop suggesting that. I think I need to build that. Okay, so do I need to deliberately import it? Is that what you're saying? Have we got an example that uses it? It's from the bev equal obsidian thing, I think. In which case, I believe I already have a dependency for that, right? Examples buttons, icon button. Bev equal obsidian, yeah. And do I actually have that as a dependency if I install bev equal or not? Controls, perhaps. Yeah. So bev equal obsidian is at what release? What's doing? I'm trying to implement this thing, change to. And I've got the tools I need to do that in terms of I know which texture index it is. I just need to figure out how to do it with Quill because I'm still using Quill. Crates, okay. Bev equal obsidian, it thinks is at still 0.1.3. Okay, well, let's just try that. I have no idea what I'm doing at this point. But, you know, there's nothing new about that, so... Oh, come on. Okay. All right. Oh, that's a bigger dependency than I thought I was getting, but okay. I know Obsidian's got a lot of like primitives, UI primitives and stuff in it. Like, primitives is the wrong word. Like, components, I guess. Expected function, tuple struct, or tuple variant. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do this. Consider importing bev equal obsidian cursor icon. Oh, right. Actually, let's just import it again. Controls icon. Isn't that what I had? Use struct literal syntax instead. Okay, sure, why not? What am I missing? Tell me what I'm missing. Icon, size, color, style. Texture, assets. Unless this change didn't make it into 0.1.3. Tiles, clone. Default. What is going on? Expected style builder handle or owned path. And instead I got a handle. So this should be an into, right? Yeah. Cause there's a from. Okay, so I don't really expect this to do anything dramatic, but let's just find out. Let us find out what shall happen. Oh, that tiny little icon right there is all 4 tiles in the set. Oh my god, that's small. All right. How do we give it size? How do we give it size? That's a reasonable question. We give it a vec2, which has a size. That's how we give it a size. I don't know. We're learning. We're learning. Nice. Nom, 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 nom. Here. Have a snack. Wait, where's my snag? Don't take my snag away. There it is. Okay, so cool. We can change the size. That's always good. How do we treat it as a texture atlas and only display the one thing? That's what I'd like to know. Why is the hot dog hairy? It's not hairy. It's got onions on it. This is a very New Zealand hot dog. It has onions and mustard. Although mustard is controversial in some parts of New Zealand. It's like Fanny's favorite emote. Okay, so we know its actual size, so that could work, but also it'd be good to understand if we can use a texture atlas instead. This is a handle to texture assets, which in turn, texture assets tiles is a handle image. Can we do something with the handle image so that we get a handle just to index 4, say? Because we also have level info equals cx use resource level info. And level info has on it a texture atlas. It has texture indices on it. Vec tile texture index. So we could display that. The other alternative is to draw a tile map, but that just seems like massive overkill. So how can I get a handle using a texture atlas? Let's look at map mod. And we start with spawn tile labels. No. We look at next level is what we do. Yeah. Okay, texture indices are vec-tile texture index. No, we don't need that. We don't need that. Map type, grid size, tile size. Tiles is textures, tiles clone. Where do we create the atlas? I don't know that we do. We create a tile map texture from tiles. And then we use a texture index. Texture atlas layout from grid. Just wondering if I can leverage that. Leverage texture atlas to give me a single text image handle that I can then show in a UI node. Stores a map used to look up the position of a texture in a texture atlas. Yes. This can be used to either use and look up a specific section of a texture or animate frame by frame. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so that's spinner layout, but what we want is the tile map layout. So if I was to do something like this, let layout equals texture atlas layout from grid four columns and one row. And that would be fine. We're going to have some ads in a sec. What have I got on layout that I can use? Example usage animating sprite. Example usage loading sprite sheet. How do I look up the section of the texture? Give me some docs, bevy. Docs rs bevy. Texture atlas layout. Yes. Okay, add texture from grid, get texture index. Retrieves the texture section index of the given texture handle. This requires the layout to have been built using a texture atlas builder. Is that what I just did? Examples. I gotta sneeze. Oh, I gotta sneeze so bad. Excuse me. Okay. So if I look at the bevy examples, excuse me, texture atlas, 2D, sprite, texture atlas, here we go. Generated with different padding and sampling. Oh, we got ads. Create texture atlas. Returns a texture atlas layout and a handle image. I've already got a handle image. So if we have a texture atlas layout, what can we do with it? let atlas linear handle is texture atlas's add texture atlas linear clone. Okay. Then we've got linear texture clone. How do I get a single frame, if you like, or a single part of the sprite sheet? Get handle? No. Get index of the sprite in the texture atlas. This is used to render the sprite. The index is the same for all the texture atlases. Texture atlas linear, get texture index, vendor handle. That's not really the same thing. Texture atlas linear is the layout though, right? Yeah. Asset server get handle. No. That's just getting the handle for an image itself. Ooh, this is some confusing stuff. Render a sprite from the texture atlas. Create sprite from atlas. Sprite bundle, transform, translation, sprite index, atlas handle, which is the handle of a texture atlas layout, and texture. All right, so I've got this, and I can get this. So it's saying that if I put a texture atlas and a sprite bundle, atlas handle, sprite index, and a sprite bundle. Okay, this might potentially be useful. Potentially. The only thing is, I don't think icon is going to work like that. Because icon only has the ability to show and handle image. This is not what I need. Shoot. Does Quill let me fall back to just ordinary sprite bundles? Like, it doesn't have to be UI, right? Maybe instead of this, I just put the UI. I just put the sprite bundle in separately. Or I maintain a list of individual sprites and load those in. Because if you look at the sprite in the game, it's not the same as the actual sprites they use. Unless it's just being drawn in the assembler code, which is probably true. So maybe I just maintain a list of maintain a whole bunch of separate ones. It's probably the easiest solution, to be honest. Let's look at tiles. And see if we can come up with some smaller versions. Actually, you probably don't even need to resize them. We can probably just cut them down. Kind of like actually we need to cut a chunk out of the middle. Like so. And then select this. Drag it up. Like so. And then change the canvas size to be, what is that going to be, 28? Oh, it's nice that it previews it for you. $25, as it turns out. And then we would export a sprite sheet, but we do it as individual. Or I could just copy and, yeah, I could just do it the old-fashioned way. So select, copy, and paste special. New sprite. Save as. Are we in the right place? Yes. So tile, map, tile 1 PNG. This is the very low rent way of doing it, but it'll work. Map tile 2 PNG. The other thing that the real game does that I guess we could emulate is it seems to be able to change colors on the fly. Like, I don't think it's dependent on the set tile colors, but I don't know if that's really going to matter. Paste special, paste as new sprite. Save as, map tile 3. And these dreadful colors, I'm sure. Map tile 4. Okay, now that should clear the way for us to do something slightly more sensible, like mapping the let tile equals match level info texture indices last. I think it's a vec, right? Yeah, vec. Some texture index, tile texture index. Oh, it's very low rent, but it'll work. I've got to add all these to the texture assets too. So loading. Asset path equals textures map tile index 1 PNG pub map tile 1. 2, 3, 4. Three, 4, 4. Texture assets map tile 1 clone. Not sure what we would do with none. I guess just use the first one. Seems pretty unlikely to happen, I hope. And then we just draw a tile. Okay, and all of this is stupid. And very hard coded. Some tile texture index. What? Oh, okay. Wait, what? Option, bev ECS tile map, tiles, tile texture index. It's an address. Is that what your problem is? 4 U32 equals U32 max. Oh God, really? So it could be anything is what you're saying. So we need a default rather than a none. Is that your problem? Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I don't suppose this will actually work. Oh, it does. Nice. It's just too huge. What is its actual size? It's 2532, I think. Oh yeah, look at that. The question is it right? So it'll be right for the first few. Oh, and then it crashed. Why? Command Q has unapplied commands being dropped. Panic when playing buffers for system kiwibert map end level teardown. Interesting. Okay, so why? Why? Because we haven't tagged this with UI, maybe? Huh. I do not know. I do not know. What is your problem? Map, no. Change to, no. UI. Mod. Children score, change to root. On level. For E in UI editor, query entity with node. Commands entity spawn recursive. So what is the problem? Why can't you tear down? It was the UI teardown that was failing, wasn't it? No, it was the map teardown. Okay. Tile textures. Oh, maybe this was wrong. Oh no, that's check win. Where's the teardown? With on level. For E in on level iter command entity despawn recursive. So what was the error? God. Mind like a sieve. Mind like a sieve. I don't know why it spawned small for some reason. Entity index 15 generation 1 does not exist. Weird. Run Rust with backtrace 1 environment variable to display backtrace. When applying buffers for system, kiwibert map end level teardown. Interesting. Entity index 15 generation 1 does not exist. What do you mean, computer? What do you mean? What do you mean? For E and on level, and we're already adding on level here. Is it change to? Is change to the problem? It must be, right? Node bundle new, change to. So how does that compare to score? Because score doesn't exhibit this behavior. It's tearing down everything with on level. Are the two teardowns running at the same time? Possibly. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Let's try that. Because if we're tearing the object down twice, then naturally it wouldn't be there when it was trying to access it. Still got that. When applying buffers for system kiwibert map end level teardown. And I'm assuming if I take away something, what? The node? If I take away the icon, does everything get better? No. Okay, well that's interesting information too. What about if I take away the entire view? What about that? No? Okay, so I've introduced a new problem somewhere else. Has this got something to do with the obsidian thing? I wonder if maybe I need to add a plugin that I haven't added. Sorry about the flashbang. Quill. Baby Quill Obsidian. Which is used to found in Bevy editor mockup. Oh, I didn't know about this. Huh. Cool. Ah, right. These are people doing a... Yeah, okay. Doing a trial for an editor. Still a good ways off that. So what about in the examples? Do we have something that depends on Beviqual Obsidian? Say complex 1, Beviqual Obsidian, add plugins, Quill plugin, Obsidian UI plugin. There we go. Bet that's it. So where is Quill plugin? That's here. Obsidian UI plugin. Okay. See if that improves matters. No, that just makes it die on startup. Bevy picking core. So do I have to have that as well? Really? Default picking plugins? That's kind of annoying. I don't want all these plugins. I just want to show a sprite. No, can't find it. That comes from where? Bevy mod picking. Oh, god damn it. Do I really have to have it? What was the error again? I don't want all these dependencies. Bevy picking core focus hover map. This feels like way more than I need. Maybe I should back out of the whole thing and just use regular Bevy UI. It'd be a little more work, but it might be simpler. Oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? It's really annoying that I need... Is there an example of Obsidian UI plugin that doesn't use that? Examples hovers. Colors. Or even the color. Oh, hang on. Yeah, even the colors example uses default picking plugins. I'm sure the buttons one will. Yep. All right, screw it. I'm down the rabbit hole, I guess. Cargo, add, bevy, mod, picking. And we want default picking plugins, was it? Yeah. Now I'm lost. Where am I? Oh yeah, add plugins. Default picking plugins. All right, let's see if we can get that to load. Oh, it's not going to crash right away by the look of it. Okay, it runs. Does it die after the first level? Yes. God damn it. Why? What's going on? It's panicking at deferred world RS. Why? What have I done differently? Should I just remove the UI entirely and see if it's even related to UI? I mean, it's happening at the end of map. Wait, what? Why did Robot tell me I was getting 2 sets of ads? Oh, no, I didn't. I just haven't had any chat for a while. Awesome. You got to love the quiet stream. We got ads. Game state, next... None of this seems relevant. But it's only since I added the image change to and this has its icon. I don't think these are related, or if they are, it's weird. Let's just check to make sure Quill doesn't have any crash reports in it. I thought I saw someone say there was a crash. If you use state scope to remove UI when state changes. Should now be able to despawn view routes normally with despawn. In order to make this work... This is sounding familiar. Hello, little puppy. Hi. Yeah, do you need some attention? Yeah, need some attention. I understand. Would you like a little snack? Our puppy is not well. She's wearing a cone. She hates it. Hey, there's one in here still. You missed one. There you go. Good girl. You have a sleep. All right. Yeah. I wonder if this is relevant. So 2 weeks ago, was that actually released? 2 weeks ago. Was it changed last week? I don't know. It seems suspicious. It seems suspicious to me that despawning some of these things crashes. I wonder if we should run our own despawn and not make this on level. But no, we should be able to despawn it. It's tagged with on level. Insert UI. But we're not really using that for anything, I don't think. So maybe we do this. And not that. I can't imagine that will have any effect whatsoever. So that puts all the UI back and it should die now. Yeah. And it's dying at deferred world. Yeah, this must be to do with the UI. Well, tell you what, let's just disable it and we'll prove it. Lib UI plugin. And if it doesn't need to be despawned, yeah, it's definitely the UI. And it didn't seem to be a problem until we started using icons. So I feel like maybe we just sidestep it and don't use the icon. Where are we drawing the life counter? We're just randomly choosing a transform and putting it in there. Okay. Well, let's do the same thing. It seems really sad, but until since we need to dodge the bug. Well, the alternative is we back out of core UI entirely and say, yeah, it's just not quite ready yet. I think that's probably more sensible, eh? Let's just do everything in ordinary UI and update it when we need to update it. It would be a good exercise in basic Bivy UI. All right. I'm up for it. I'm game. I'm game. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, first of all, let's remove the dependencies. I don't like all these dependencies. And let's go to UI, go to lib and replace the UI plugin. And then go to UI, mod, get rid of the dependencies. And we will figure this out. So, element shouldn't exist anymore, I don't think. Where's that from? Yeah. So we'll look at just ordinary Bevy UI, which will be in the cheat book. Bevy cheat book UI. Coordinate system UI, cameras UI rendering, Bevy UI framework. Okay. Wait, what? Oh, it's empty. Funny. Yeah, get lost. Oh, God. No. Prod, no. Shit. Oh my God, Prod, I'm so sorry. There was a spammer that came through like literally 5 seconds before your message, and it scrolled up, and so I hit the ban button on you. Sorry. That was horrendous. I do apologize. It was completely user error. Problem exists between chair and keyboard. Yeah, you were the best. You were the best viewers. I'm so sorry. That was really bad. Yeah, you were offering the best viewers imaginable, which I'm sure is very, very true. Isn't it scary that you can do all that action with a single click, not even a confirm pop-up? I know, right? But I guess if you're one of these people that has thousands of viewers, maybe you need that. I mean, you'd be clicking pop-ups forever. Oh my God. I always get this fear when I'm a mod on any channel. Exactly. So true. How are you? Apart from being banned, which you're not. I didn't even see the message that you sent. Oh, hang on. It's probably in my my bot. You said, hi, Basie. Oh, well, there you go. Hi. I'm doing great. Did you see the new gizmo cooked up today? I did not. I missed the gizmo. Tell me about the gizmo. Actually, Alice wrote a thing about Bevy UI recently. Let me find the Discord link. Where is it? UI dev. Alice's giant thread in UI dev. Trouble is, Alice is so prolific. So you know there's an L-Clonk circle going on now, right? The original Pubnix thing. Yeah, I saw that. I should do something about that actually. You cooked up a gizmo for it? Oh, not the Pubnix circle. Okay, no, I don't know about that. It's a different thing. API clonk, blah, 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 blah. Interesting. Okay. All right. Tell me more. Alice, where is your big UI thread? Bevy UI. From Alice. It's a streamer thing, and I think anyone can join by asking him. Yeah, oh, nice. I made a thing so like people on the circle get notified on Discord whenever they go live. Right, so kind of team adjacent, right? Cool. The end goal is to make Twitch 3, but like people in the zone, right? Nice. Twitch 3. I didn't know there was a Twitch 2. That's very cool. Very, very cool. I shall investigate. I shall IRC it up. From Basie. Maybe I can find it on my... Oh, come on. It's team, but like more useful. I'm also cooking up a holodeck type thing where you can make multi-stream setups and whatnot. What? That sounds cool as hell. I do not know of it, but I am interested. Color me interested. Awesome. Am I aware of holodecks? Now, not unless... I don't think you're talking about what I'm thinking of. Holodecks.net. What? I am not aware. I am definitely not aware. I am so ignorant. Look at multi-view on the left side. Huh. I see. Okay. A site for pro VTubers, right? Imagine this, but all the cool indie people around us. Right. Very cool. Very, very cool. So holodecks adjacent is what you're saying. Interesting. I am picking up what you're putting down. This is part one of the plan, yes. Interesting. Well, that sounds really cool. Somewhere here is a thing where Alice talks about the current state of Bevy UI. But she is so prolific, and or they are so prolific, that I lose track. Maybe I can search on her. No. No, I cannot. Frustrating. Come on. No, that is not what I was looking for. She had an awesome, awesome post. State. No, the scene evolution proposal is different. A vision for Bev. Ah, yeah, here we go. Oh, damn. Dark mode, dark mode, dark mode, dark mode. Dark. Not now. Dark. Dark. Thank you. Okay. Huge number of existing. Yes. Right, this is more of the vision though, but Alice did a dog food of Bevy UI for a game that she was working on. And I would really like to revisit that because I feel like it was a really good post. And I can't find it. Can you see threads within a thing? Within a channel? I think you can in Discord. This is why nothing is happening on the main screen, because I'm crushing it through my Discord, trying to find the giant thread that had many, many, many things on it. Where is it? Many messages. A vision for Bevy UI, that was the huge one. Bevy UI picking buttons. Day of dog fooding. Yes, perfect. Give me that link. Copy link. Open link. This one. This one. Dark mode. Damn. Where dark? Where dark mode? Dark? God damn it. I never knew how important dark mode was. See, why would you bury the settings? Theme color. Dark. Thank you. I never knew how important dark mode was until I started streaming. Bottom right icon. Thank you. I need guidance. I need guidance. Dog feeding Bevy UI. Yes. Very first impression is the state of things is much, much better. Dramatically few random bugs. Spawning UI is heavy on boilerplate. Lean on your IDE and helper functions, but basically functional. State scoped entities in a robust state machine with substates from 14 work wonders. That's more for menus and things, but sure. The lack of widgets and more complex examples using custom UI shaders is really painful for fancy stuff. Yeah. Steer clear of Bevy's native interaction component in favor of Bevy mod picking. I don't really need any of that. All I need to do is display things. Still not pleased with style. It only contains layout information and many of the fields only work for one of the layout algorithms. Okay, cool. So, first of all, let's duplicate what we have and make it build without all this bullshit. So we don't need the embedded font anymore. I think that was one of the worst things. Pixelify Sans Medium TTF. So we can now move that back to its rightful place in Bevy Asset Loader. That one. Yes, that one. Yes, that one. Okay, cool. So we can do that, and then we can stop embedding the hell out of it. That goes away. All of this goes away. Add systems on enter next level init. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Bevy mod style builder, probably also yes. Although Bevy mod style builder wasn't bad. But yeah, let's get rid of it. So not this anymore. And we'll use what we were doing. We will not use this. We will use what we were doing for life counter. Life counter just does this. Command spawn life counter, which is a marker struct, and then a sprite bundle. In this case, we're going to need some node bundles, but this is still useful. And we're going to mark, it already does its own teardown, but really all it needs to do is mark on level. And then the main teardown will take care of it. So we could do this. And then get rid of the teardown. So that we're just removing things all in the same place. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Life counter can probably go away. This is a delete. This is probably also a delete. Because why? Because we might keep this block of code, but apart from that, doop-a-doo, ba-doo, 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 ba-doo. Map can go away. You can go away. You can be deleted. And both of you can go away for now too. We just keep things real simple, real simple. Okay. Now, let me see. How do I need to spawn the score node, so I'm going to need access to the score. I need also an update system for the score, which needs to happen on every update frame. So function update score, mode commands, and that's also going to need stats, which is going to be a res, it's going to be stats, res, stats. Okay, so we'll run that. Add systems, update score. Run if in state game state playing. Now this monstrosity. Let's get the score back alive first. So we need, oh, not states. Stats, res stats. Apparently I can't type anymore because my fingers are too cold. Need another cup of tea. I think that really is going to improve matters. We're also going to need font assets and texture assets. Well, font assets first. So F. Font assets. Res font assets. Cool. And then we do a spawn node bundle. We're also going to need a score markup component. Derive component debug score. Right. So spawn insert on level, insert score. I'm sure I'll refactor that at some point. Node bundle. Default. And what do we need? Bevy UI text example. Bevy UI examples. Bevy example. Xarm cannot spell. UI UIRS. Text bundle. Yes, indeed. The text itself will be stats score toString. Text style will be font assets. What is it even called? Pixelify sans medium. We're gonna have some ads in a sec. Clone. Font size 30 is unlikely to be right, but we'll deal with that when we get to it. What is your beef? Sure. Yes. Yes, you are correct about that. There we go. Now what's your beef? And you are also likewise complaining about not being imported. And, oh, come on. Do I not have Bevy? That would explain it. Use Bevy prelude star. Okay, now we're talking. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, come on. What is your problem? What is your problem? That's your problem. Okay, so in theory, this should display a 0 in the top of the screen if I haven't completely balked every single damn thing. Which I have. Because that's what I do. Teardown not found in the scope. Yes, you're right. Because I removed it. Oh, we got ads. One of these teardowns is not like the other. Life counter, probably? Yeah. Yeah. That is a slow compile. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, we got no UI whatsoever. Did I remove the camera for it? Possibly, maybe. We got no UI. We got nothing. We got no whatsoever, none. Oh boy, okay. We got no UI. Why do we got no UI? Menu. We got teardown there. Why do we got no menu? Why? Did my loading state screw up? Possibly. See if there's any messages on the way through that I've screwed up. Maybe that font doesn't exist. Maybe. Could not get blah, blah, blah. BV asset server path not found. Pixelify sans medium. Yes, you're correct. Okay, so assets, fonts. It's just not there. Okay. Is it in static? Is that where I put it? Oh, I remember what happened. We had to put it in the main directory for some reason. Hey, puppy, what's going on? What's the problem? Do you need some attention? Are you feeling bad about the whole situation? I can understand that. You know, sometimes a puppy's life is just not as good as it's cracked up to be. Pixelify sans medium, it's in source UI. Okay, so that's why. MV source UI pix to assets fonts. There we go. Let's try that again, shall we? Let's try that again. Why does it sometimes come up with that weird sizing? Okay, so now we got 0. Of course it doesn't update, but that's fine. And does it crash is the other thing. It does not. Okay. Oh, interestingly, it does update, so that's good. This is literally kiwibert with a kiwi. I know, right? It's except that it gets weirder. It starts normal, but it gets weirder. Starts perfectly normal. Nothing going on here. Very normal, just kiwibert with a kiwi. And then it gets bigger. And there are sheep. And then it gets a little bigger. And there are some more sheep. Which fall off, making a pathetic little noise. And then there are some more sheep. And if you collide with the sheep... Well, apparently I failed to collide with the sheep. There we go, bugger. He says bugger, which is a... Oh, and if you can fall off. And then it just gets a little weirder. Because now there are spinny things and there's a roll of number 8 wire that looks like a taco. But we're working on it. Art is not my strong suit. And we ride the things to the top. I'm thinking about making these frisbees because it seems more New Zealand. And he jumps around and chases you. And we jump up here. And he falls off to his death. Uh-oh. Oh, damn. I didn't want to end there because there's much more interesting level after that. But never mind. Yeah, it gets weirder. So, yeah, I'm just basically planning to make it not very much like kiwibert at all, but it's going to devolve into something else. But it's also teaching me a lot about some real good basics, like how to finish a level and how to define a level using a levels file and how to, make sound effects and jump from place to place. It's all the basics, so I'm finding it a really, really useful exercise. Was originally written in 1982 in assembler, so if they can do it in assembler, then yeah, game dev's great. I just honestly, I feel like I'm serving my apprenticeship right now, and I'm like over 50 years old, so it's a good time to be alive, I guess. So the UI. So now we can go back to UI mod and we can update this. So never too late, right? Yeah, I've been mucking around with computers since pre-internet days, but I wish I had understood that I could have been doing this the whole time. Update scores. So I'm also going to need, in addition to stats, I'm going to need a query for the score. So we need score, query, and score. And we go, no, we need, actually, no, that is fine. We go commands spawn. No. Do we destroy the previous one, or do we just update the text bundle? Huh. I feel like if we take the entity that, yeah, we get the entity for score, because there can only be one text bundle attached to that entity. So if we, I think I'm right. I might be wrong. Let's find this out. Entity score, entity with score. Otherwise, I'll just tear it down and rebuild it. Commands entity. Let OK equals score get single else return entity E insert text bundle. If I'm wrong about this, then we'll figure something else. Text style, blah, 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 blah. You might actually be able to just change the whatever part of the text bundle isn't the style, like the node. Maybe you could just change the node. Or the text, for that matter. Huh. I bet I could just change the text. Wonder what that would look like. So I could mutate the text with score. That would be a lot easier. Get single mute text. Then and text equals stats score toString. That doesn't seem like it's going to work. What does text have in it? Yeah. More like a text from, maybe? Expected text. Oh, right. Is there a from str? From sections. Huh. Constructs a text with a single section. Do I have to provide a style? Is there really no from string? Feels like there ought to be. From section. You have to provide a style. Yeah. Damn it. I mean, I could just query it. It's kind of annoying, but it's already got a text style. So what is text bundle from section? Oh, I think I see. So does it not maintain its own? That's kind of annoying. I can see why people are struggling with default UI. I can see why. It's kind of messy. Because it's not a component, really? What isn't a component? Textile? Or text? Oh, maybe it isn't a component. God damn it. So maybe I just do... Ah, this is frustrating. It just says... It just has font size, and color. Oh, that's text style. I want a text bundle. Which has the node, the style, the text, and text, I assume, is not a component. Oh, it is a component. So text style isn't a component? Screw it, I'll just duplicate it. Yeah, so I still want to do that. Little dog, you understand that you could lie down on your bed, right? Yeah, good girl. Good girl. Well done. Well done. Good job. Yeah. You're a poor, pathetic creature. Okay, now what's wrong? Component is not implemented for score. Really? Sure it is. Oh, whoops. This doesn't look right. Wait, what? That is what we're looking for. There we go. And font assets, not a thing, so we need font assets. All right, in theory, after all of that, we should get an updating score. That's the theory. If I've completely misunderstood it, then we won't. Yay, we do. Apparently, I'm really bad at my game. It's no great surprise, I suppose. Go away. No. Really bad at my game. Just really bad at my game. Okay, so we've got score. We've re-implemented score in basic Bevy UI, and there's nothing wrong with it. So let's re-implement rip next stage. That's right. I just can't get past it. Let's re-implement we've got the life counter still. That really should be under UI, but we'll get there. Let's re-implement the change to component. Hey, easy puppy. Good girl. Good girl. Don't scratch. I know it's tempting. I know it's tempting. Look at the sad, pathetic creature, would you? That is a very sad puppy. Don't sniff the camera. Wearing a cone. Yeah, she's wearing a cone. Poor puppy. Yeah, you lie down. Lie down. Good girl. It's okay. Coned puppy. The cone of shame. She's got a really bad eczema flare-up or allergy flare-up or something. All of her pores and her nose are really swollen. It's sad. Okay, so. All right, so we're also going to initialize the on thingamawhat's it? Change to, the change to thing. So we want this thing change to, and we're going to do that by spawning a text bundle. Actually, we could spawn like a parent node and then make these child nodes. I can't remember off the top of my head how that works, but I know I've got it in the overlay somewhere. In Eloquent overlay. Do I use, oh no, I use that weird DSL for the overlay. I know you can, actually it'll be in the example. Where's the Bevy examples gone? That's the quill examples. Let's go Bevy examples. Bevy examples UI. Text. So show me spawning parents and then text bundle from sections, text section new, text section. There's like where you can spawn a thing. It's a node, right? You give it a parent node. So it's like node bundle or just a node. Parent child, is there a parent child thing here? Relative positions, no. Display and visibility. Possibly just UI. Node bundle, and then you give some styles. And then with children, that's right. Let's grab that to give us a root node. No. Width, height, I don't really care. It doesn't matter. Actually, we probably only need half the screen, but that's fine. With children. And then we go parent, yeah. So P builder, P spawn, yeah. Yeah, that kind of thing. And then we can add p spawn text bundle from section, and it's going to be level info. No, it's not, because that comes later. It's going to be changed to as a string. Text style, font assets, pixelify, clone, font size, goodness knows, but let's figure it out later. Default. Insert on level. Insert, what's it? Change to, I guess. And again, we will come back and do another refactor pass on that. Doop obstruct change to. Okay. Now we need the image. So we need the image. We do need the image. Yeah. Are you listening to me talking? We do. We need the image. Would you like a little snack? He's a good girl. There you go. Do you want it? Good dog. The trouble is you drop the snack in your cone, and then it's there forever, and you can't get to it. You need to actually eat it. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm just dealing with this puppy. One moment, caller. Poor little puppy. What's going to happen is Ted is going to come along and he's going to eat the snacks out of your cone. And you're not going to be able to do a goddamn thing about it. That's what's going to happen. And you're going to be so sad. Okay, so now I need texture assets. Texture assets, which is going to be a res texture assets. And then we're going to spawn. Now, is this a UI image? What would that be? Node bundle style, background color. Node bundle flex direction padding, background color, text bundle, text bundle. Where is an image, a sprite? Is there one? Bevy logo, image, here we go. UI image, okay, asset server load. Okay, cool. As part of a node bundle, by the looks of things. So let's just yank that. P spawn node bundle UI image, and instead of that, no. Asset change in, and we want texture assets. Just for test map tile 1 clone. Does not accept a handle. What? Yeah, okay, so that should have one of these. And that should have potentially one of these. And that's still not happy because it needs one more. There we go. And what's your beef? That's your beef. Okay. So what does that actually all have the effect of doing? I think the width and height are going to be so wrong. What the actual... Nope. Nope. That is not working. This is not working. Aha. That was a dreadful error to receive for a missing import, but sure, why not? How badly is this going to screw up? Okay. it's a little big. It's just a little big. It's just a little bit big. Yeah, it's a little bit big. We make it smaller. We make it just a teeny bit smaller. We want justify content. We do not want that. We want justify content column, possibly. Woodstone, you're done with your stream, buddy. What's on the cards? We are working on a UI. We scrapped the old UI system because it was really annoying. Us as the plural, we, royal editorial us. And now we're using basic Bevy UI. Justify content. Is there a column? No. Vertical, horizontal, column. Justify content. Start, end, flex, start, flex, end. Oh, yeah. All done, just getting ready for bed. Very cool. You will have some work, no doubt, in the morning. What's the time? It is, whoa, it's 10 o'clock. Look at that. Align items. Align items. Yes, possibly. I do not care about that right now. Align items. Default, start, end. Oh, maybe I did want justify content. I have forgotten. It's flex direction, right? Flex direction. Flex direction column. That's what we wanted. And we want this image to be less giant. It is going to be, oh, we got ads. It is going to be 32 by 25. I do not care what margin it has right now, but maybe we'll comment that out in case I need to care later. And then we run it again, and we find. Aha, that looks a lot more practical. Still not great, but a lot more practical. So what I need to do now is make that dynamic. So this value here is going to become one of, oh, I'm such a bad vimmer. I'm a terrible vimmer. I am a bad vimmer. Texture assets we already have. Level info we need. Level info is res level info. Tile texture index can be imported. And tile is now going to be used down here. Beautiful. So now when we have something that changes, because we've got at stages where it'll need to change twice, that means I need to survive long enough to get to those stages, which is by no means a given thing, given that I suck at this game. Why? Why bad? Why? Resource does not exist. Level info. Oh, really? Really? pretty sure it does. Where does it get introduced though? Maybe it hasn't been loaded yet. Because we're in UI, which gets run. Where does this get run? On enter next level. Init run after next level init, I guess. Okay, let's try that. Boop ba-doo ba-doo, ba-doo ba-doo ba-doo, ba-doo ba-doo. Ba-doo ba-doo. Why does it sometimes spawn with that really small size? That's annoying. I'm gonna kill that and try it again. Yeah, it's really weird. Okay, so that yellow square should change to like a different color when we need to repeat. Uh-oh, I'm not despawning something. But it should, one of them should change color. I'm just not sure which one it's going to be. Because one of them hasn't been removed, obviously, when it should have been at the end of the level. Okay, now maybe? Yeah, this is where it starts to get funky. And yeah, that one has changed. So that's correct, because you need to do 2 moves now to change things. Yeah, next level starts to take a leap off the edge, basically. This is where it stops being kiwibert and starts being something else entirely. Okay, and this again should stay as orange, I think, and that one's changed. Yeah, I think it's just not removing the old one. Okay, so yeah, and still not despawning. Okay, so everything else is despawning and that's not. Where is that one coming from? I think it's coming from this. This also needs to be tagged with insert change to. Actually, no, we should do this another way. We should do this like this. I do believe. Oh, my partner's back from the movies. That's cool. P-spawn blah, 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 and remove blah, blah. Why is this wrong? Expected 2 arguments, found 4. Oh, right, because we're still within from section. I gotcha. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Yeah, okay. Insert on level, insert change to. So good. So good. So good is so good. Yeah, that looks right. Hey, baby. Oh, and we crashed again. Because why? Duplicate components. Node bundle has duplicate components. Hey, baby.
Hey.
She's doing good.
She?
Yep.
She been out?
No. Just been cruising around, feeling sorry for herself.
Has she got up though?
Yeah.
Hey, sweetie pie.
Was it a good movie?
Slow.
Hmm.
Hi, Timmy.
Okay, duplicate components. So, which ones are duplicates? On level?
Timmy.
Text bundle.
Gonna come and see your mummy. Oh, baby.
Which one? Node bundle, UI image. Maybe it would have told me if I'd let it. If I'd actually read the message. Command Q, no. Duplicate components, node, style, background color. Okay. Bundle, text bundle, node bundle, and UI image has duplicate components. All right, so there's more than one of each thing in each thing, and that's not good. So, in that case, how can I separate them but still tag everything with change to? So I've got text bundle and node bundle. I don't think I'm going to be able to... Well, I'm just going to have two things labeled change to, and that's not quite what I was going for. But I can't have a text bundle and a node bundle in the same thing because the text bundle has a node in it. Huh. I could make it a child. So like, with children, P spawn. Don't know if I like this or not. P spawn node bundle. Oh, right, that needs to be like that. That needs to be like that and like that. No? Like that. Okay. So that kind of makes sense because the whole thing is, yeah. That kind of makes sense. Except that the node bundle, the image is a child of the text, which kind of makes no logical sense. But I bet it would work. Yeah. Yeah, and there's only one of them this time. It doesn't make much sense from a layout point of view, though. Can I not just... Can I not just do this?
Hello. Do you want to come see me? Come on.
And
Baby.
this.
Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Hi.
And this. No, she's been,
Yes, she has. They're wet.
yeah, but she hasn't been like gnawing at them. She's just been here.
I don't think you can hear very much.
Well, I think I can see a lot though.
She's behind you.
I've been paying a lot of attention to her, baby. I promise you.
Come on, sweet girl. Come on.
Okay. So those two. And then that would also have to have on level in order to get torn down. And I guess if we put insert change to it, it's not terrible. What effect does that have on positioning? Okay, it's just pop down to the next row. Okay, cool. So let's do that, and then let's it kind of needs to be within its own node that has horizontal scrolling. If we look at, oh no, it's underneath. You could just add a little bit of margin and you'd be fine. We might use caps. And then this gets a bit of margin. Doop-a-doo, ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, that's not bad. And obviously the well, now that we know that, the life counter could become part of this. So in life counter we have this. There's no update function for this. Okay. Oh, life counter sprites is a resource, a mutable resource. I don't think we'll need to use the transform though. Life counter on level. So let's go derive, component, debug, pub struct, life counter. Probably none of these need to be public, to be honest. And life sprites is a res moot life counter sprites. Can't borrow commands as mutable more than once at a time. Okay. Yeah, so this needs to be p spawn. And otherwise it should be fine, but I don't know about the transform. So this was just, yeah, we don't need this anymore. Why are we keeping this in a resource? I do not know. Can't we just tear it down? Is it because we need to remove one of them every time we lose a life? No, that doesn't make any sense. We just update it, right? Oh, we need to know which one to remove. No, that doesn't make any sense either. Why have I got this in a resource? It must have had a reason. Oh yeah, it's despawning one of them. Oh no, that's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. No. No, let's not do that. Let's do this instead. I don't know what I was smoking. I don't know what I was smoking. Increment. What? No. No. And no. What's going on here? Unmatched close delimiter. Yeah. Okay, and then we just need an updater for it. Which will need stats and commands, I think. Actually, yeah, commands. We'll just despawn every life counter and then respawn the ones we need, I suppose. I hope that won't make it flicker, but hopefully it shouldn't. Which means we need more commands. And stats. And do we need a query? Yeah, we do. We need life counter. Which is going to need query entity with life counter. If no, yes, yeah. If no, for en life counter iter commands entity e despawn recursive. And then just rerun this. Someone else streaming. Bevy, hello. Lawnmo, how you doing? Do I already follow you? I do not. I shall correct it. There you go. Yes, we have the Bevy streams. Texture assets we need. Texture assets, beautiful, and this needs to be commands, and that should be fine. All right, so will it flicker is the next question. I didn't mean I stream it. I just watch everyone who does, basically. Oh, well, no harm. You might start. You never know. Yes. So now we need to run that on update during game state playing. So add systems. I could refactor all of this so that it uses a system set, but hey, I don't need to right now. Update life counter, run F, in state, game state. What I really wish is that I lived in the right time zone to watch Chris Biscardi streams, but unfortunately he's always on at like 3 a.m. my time. It's really annoying. Apparently I don't use that. Okay. So that should be okay. Actually, no. We should remove any reference to life counter sprites. I really don't know what I was smoking when I did that. Don't do that. Don't do that either. Don't need that anymore. And don't need that anymore. Cool. What about anywhere else? Life counter sprites. Init resource. Yeah, we don't need that. In fact, this whole thing can probably go away now. In which case we now need to remove it from the modules. And away it goes. Okay, are we in compilable state is the next question. Boop-a-doo. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Maybe. Maybe. It hasn't immediately died. Okay, cool. So our life counter... Oh, well, it's in a very interesting place. But apart from that, and it's also... There's only one of them. So the reason for that is because it's drawing 3, one atop each other, I believe. That is what I believe. Whereas what we actually need to do is something more like have a parent node and then 3 child nodes. So where would that be? This is menu, so we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Or that. Here we go. All right. So at the moment, we've got a child node being spawned 3 times. Whereas what we actually need is a p spawn node bundle something like this. And then with children p and then this code and then that. Okay, so that should the width and height are going to be wrong, and we want it to have a flex direction of row. Oh, I'm such a bad vimmer tonight. I am so bad. I need to get my shit together. And we won't add a width and height. We'll just let it set that. What is your concern? Oh, that's part of style, right? There we go. That might be enough. Let's just see what it does, how it behaves, how it behaves. How will it behave? Not well. Here we go. Unstyled child in a UI entity hierarchy. I'm using a UI entity without UI components as a child of an entity with UI components. Oh, I know what I did. I used a sprite bundle or something stupid like that. Yeah, sprite bundle. It's supposed to be a UI image. So node bundle with a UI image. Yeah, like this. So the width and height, I couldn't even tell you. Let's find that out by looking at the life counter. Life counter PNG. It's tiny. It's tiny, and it is 12 and 12. 12 and 12. Probably don't need the padding, but we'll see. We'll see. Node bundle, UI image, new, and then it's going to be texture, assets, life counter, clone, and not a sprite bundle. That was the problem we were having. Okay, try again. That was a good warning. That saved us some time. I like that warning. I've been trying to make a couple of really tiny contributions to the Bivy code base, and most of them are like examples or like documentation changes, but the latest one is to issue a warning when there's no camera in a certain situation. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay, so we still got it way down here, and there's only one of them. Let's see what happens on level reset. Yeah, interesting. I've been putting off the Bivy UI as I find I'm pretty slow to make anything with it. There's a couple of little hacks. One is Bivy UI DSL, which I've used with some success. Oh, we got ads. Yeah, so why? For something in zero stats lives, seems to only spawn one, and the node bundle is flex direction row. Yeah, there are definitely some UI crates. Unfortunately, there's a huge number of them, and there's no clear leader at the moment in terms of what's likely to get upstreamed or used most popularly. Quill is one I've been playing around with recently that's quite interesting. There's also, starts with S, not Scorpion UI, but I've lost it. Let's click that link and we'll find out. Sickle UI. And Lunex has also been doing a lot of work. So yeah, but that DSL is actually really helpful if you just want to kind of get on with it. Yes, indeed. So she's been doing work with the future, but also dog fooding the original UI recently, which I thought was a really interesting read. But had Quill in this project and I chucked it out just because it's not quite ready for prime time in terms of doing things like images and font handling and that kind of stuff. It was just easier to jump back to the original UI because my UI needs are fairly basic. Having said that, my Kiwi life counter is stuck in the wrong place. So who am I to say? So we're spawning a node bundle, flex direction row. Maybe if this has justify content start and align items start, maybe that might help. Let's find out. Nope. Why down there? Why down there? Huh. Interesting. I would think that start would be the default, but I may be wrong about that. Height and width are 100, which is probably more than we need. So we've got the text bundle for that, which is the score. We've got the text bundle for change to, and we've got the node bundle for the UI image. And then we spawn a node bundle as a root. Maybe I should give this a size and a width. Maybe that would help. Flex direction row. Height and width, possibly. Val. What do we use? PX, perhaps? I don't know. Just give arbitrary values for a sec here. Just to see if we see any change in the way this renders. I wonder if that margin is messing with us. I don't think it would. Nope, absolutely no change in where it renders. Wonder why. Actually, that on level is not necessary because we can tag on level at the top. And then we can take it out of every single little one. And that should still do the trick, but I can't imagine it'll have changed the positioning. Nope. That is so weird. Have I got the height and width wrong? No. Get rid of the margin. Get rid of the margin. First of all, why is there only one? Why do you do that sometimes? Why does it spawn at a weird height and width? Oh, there they are. So we've got one here and three up here. Apparently I'm loading this image in somewhere else. In the update, maybe? Yeah, it's despawning all the others. That's what'll be happening. Hierarchy struggles. I think I'm just despawning them all. And I'm being a twit, basically. I shouldn't do that. I should only do that during a reset phase when the player has lost a life. So this update is running on every frame, which is a terrible, terrible idea. Absolutely terrible idea. So what state does the player have that would cause this? Yeah, that's what's going on. I think that's why I was maintaining a list of these entities, because I was like, oh, I can just remove one. But no. We can do better. It's going to be on exit. These are two of the death states. They're called falling and swearing. So reset to top. On exit, game state falling, tear down. That one. That's when we would need to run it. And that does what? It despawns the sheep, speech bubbles, and the sheep timer. Okay, so we could do it here, but it's not that ergonomic. So why don't we just get our thing to run on exit, game state, swearing. This is a terrible, terrible naming strategy. Run off in state, game state playing. That seems fine. To be honest, we probably don't need that. And then we'd need a similar one for falling. This is not efficient, but it will, I think, work. Yeah. And the size is wrong. So value picks 12, but I think that's going to need... What if we, for example, double it? Will it resize the images for us properly? I don't know where the larger copy of that image is coming from, though. Oh, yeah, it's gone now. Okay. So you've got these three, and then, in theory, if I lose one... it draws it down there. Okay. Good to know. So it doesn't change this, and it adds this. What? Okay, let's figure this out. First of all, can I add some padding or margin? Let's go with margin UI rect left val v min. I don't know, 3. And then on update, we're tagging those, right? Insert. We're not. That's what's going on. So that needs to be tagged with life counter. And that insert on level is already taken care of, so we don't need that. Yeah, I think that'll be better. What's going on here? There we go. All right, I still don't know why it's drawing a weird one down the bottom of the map. That's bizarre, but you know, whatever. I'm willing to roll with it. Okay, aspect ratio issues. But the question is, does one of them disappear? Well, all of them disappear, in fact. And we draw one down here. Because there's... Oh, you know why? We're still using sprite bundles down here. Ah! I knew it. Okay. Much better idea. That's what's going on. You don't use sprite bundles in UI. You use UI image because that's what we do. Okay, what about this aspect ratio thing? Width and height, they are 12 by 12, but apparently this is not the way to go. So the node is 12 by 12, and we're using V... What is vmin anyway? Oh, it's viewport. Okay, so pix is probably not going to be helpful. Can I do this? I don't know. What would be a sensible value? 5? 10? I'm not sure how these units work. Hang on. Same problem. All kinds of opportunities for optimization here, but let's get it working, shall we? That is not the way. One of okay, so and now I only get one. Why do I only get one when it respawns? Is it possible that I'm losing more than one life at a time and I just don't know it? 0 to stats lives. Interestingly, it was better proportioned when it respawned. Is that because it wasn't a child of the previous stuff anymore? So, in fact, should I attempt to make it a child of the root node? Maybe that's the problem. When it respawns, it's no longer a child of the root node. So it's not affected by it. Yeah. Okay, so let's add a struct for derive component debug pub struct root UI node. And then we'll tag that. And then in here, we need, we've got a query for the life counter, but we need a query for the root node. Or actually, it's a child of... Is it a child of the root node? Yeah, I suppose it is. With root UI node. And then if okay, e equals root node get single and then we spawn it, but we don't want command spawn, we want commands entity e insert, I guess. Do I want insert or do I want insert is there insert children? Yeah. P spawn. And now I'm all confused. What's our problem here? Yeah. Oh, hang on. It's got to be like that. No? Ugh. That looks fine. Expected 2 arguments, found 1. Really? What does insert children actually take? An index? Oh, at the given index. If the children were previously children of another parent, panics if any of the children are the same as the parent. At index what? How do I... 0? How do you find the end index? Hang on, now I'm confused. Doesn't take much. Push children would probably be better, right? Yeah. Why can't you find E? All right. Does it just mean the entity type? I'm not sure I understand the question. You shouldn't need type annotations. Oh, right, with children. I'll push children. Oh, with index. No, I think it's actually talking about the index as in the start or the end of the list of children. The children is an... Oh, interesting. It's a list of entity. So can I do this? It's not the same as with children. Oh, there's a lot going on here. I see. Interesting. Yeah, so it doesn't want a tuple. I need an example of that, I do believe. Can I have an example, please? Can I? Add children after the parent entity has already been spawned. Add child. So if I used add child, could I just use a tuple? Oh, I see. So you spawn it and then you add it as a child. Huh. Yeah, we could do that. The child is the ID. Let's try that. Mm-hmm. But wait, why can't I use push children? I see. Just a... All right. Yep. Cool. Fair enough. Let's go... like so. And now you're complaining because why? Because they have to be entities. Right. So in that case, we need to spawn them first and then add them, which is fine. So it's essentially let life counter entities equals vec, which is going to be vec entity, and then we go spawn and that. Why? What's your issue? Expected right paren? Yeah, sure. And then we go commands entity E push children life counter entities, possibly as a reference. That probably is enough to at least work. Oh, you'd use with children like there. Let me see. Yeah, but that's with children is for a parent that you're spawning at the time, which I've done up here in this section. But now I'm adding children to an entity that already exists. So I need to query it here as the root node and then add the entities back to it because it's already there. So I think this probably will work. I'm actually not sure, but it'll be interesting. Still need to fix the aspect ratio. Okay, so we're still changing to one giant one, which is obviously not the play. Interesting. I wonder why. I think it is still adding it as a child of the root node, but it's got no, like here it's, is it the child of the root or is it a child of a child? No, it's a child of the root. Well, it should have roughly the same effect, right? Because we're still adding it as entities, as children to the existing entity. So it's obviously calling it when we exit that state. Actually, maybe I'm making an assumption that might not be borne out. Let's find out what life counter actually, what stats lives actually is. Because I could be wrong. It's been known to happen. Stats lives is definitely 2. I wonder if it's just 2 drawn on top of each other. One thing we could... yeah, I've used GUI Inspector before. I just don't have it in this project. It was a little buggy when I used it last time, but it's probably gotten a lot better since then. But we're despawning, and that obviously works. Then we're respawning. We're adding a node bundle and the UI image. And a margin. One thing I could do is alter the margin to see if this is actually generating more images than I think it is. So for example, something like that. Nope, it's a different margin, but it's the same image. Oh yeah, because one of them would be ×1 anyway, so, but that should still... Wait, is this inclusive or non-inclusive? Because if it's only running once, that would explain a lot. That's... Wow, must be getting late. I am losing the plot. Ugh, got the small one again for some reason. Yeah, it's definitely running twice. Weird. maybe, I'm just wondering if it doesn't necessarily update just because you spawn something and then add it as a child. Does it necessarily render it? Within the size constraints of the, but it's height and width 100%. So we know that the image itself is pixels 12 by 12, which is too small. So why? We do have an additional node bundle. Right. Okay, that would make a lot of sense. So if we duplicate this, yeah, that's possibly some of what's going on. So we can do that. That becomes commands entity a with children p because, yeah, we need an additional node bundle to peg them all on. That's possibly where we're going wrong. In which case, we probably should despawn that. Although I think it is marked. Maybe it isn't. Yep, there we go. Okay, better. All right, so interestingly, that aspect ratio problem is because it's got a set width, I bet. Because it's trying to squeeze them all in. So if that's the case, we also need to mark that parent one as a life counter. Because otherwise it won't get despawned properly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm sure some of this code reuse could be cleaned up, but that's all right. Yes. Still got the aspect ratio issue. But that's better. Nice. Okay, so that aspect ratio is just because of this. And I doubt that we need to set the height and things now anyway. Yeah, they're far too huge. But it works. All right. Okay. So Let's get a more reasonable size. Say 5. And we'll add some padding and things later, but that is okay, I do believe. Nice. And just to check the level reset. Yeah, sweet. Okay, so, oh my god, that's a lot of changes. We don't need that, or that, or that. Refactor UI back to better UI. Nice. We finally got there. All right, started builds. Kiwibert. Wait, what build are we up to? 0.9, 0.2, it's probably 0.1 nowadays. Release flow. 0.1.0. No, actually 0.10.0. Sweet. That will be available at this once it's loaded, which will take a while because the WASM step takes forever. There's a Discord and there's a YouTube. And we got a team and we shout them out. And it's Clayman. Nice. Anybody else we know currently streaming? I think we'll just raid Clayman because I need to get some sleep. Thanks very much for hanging out. I appreciate it. And I will catch you all next time.